If your Namecheap collection is starting to look like a haunted graveyard, this video is for you. I was looking back at the projects that I've personally started. Here's a graph I've drawn of the users that each project gets and a very specific feature that I would market with the product. And I don't want to sound like a know-it-all, but if I had to start another one right now, it would include this feature. So what is this magic ingredient? You guessed it, it's money. More specifically, money that flows directly to the users. If you haven't heard of Stripe Connect by now, today is the day you learn. Connect allows you to let users essentially link their bank account to your site. And then with one API call, you can transfer funds to them. What funds? I know you have nothing in your Stripe balance yet, but don't worry, everything in life can be solved with more Stripe API calls. This one is the money printer. It's the one where you actually collect a charge. If it sounds like I'm not telling you any new information and I'm just describing a marketplace, you'd be right. What I'm actually getting at is that the users that you're supposed to be onboarding already have a product and they already have customers. This is the marketplace formula I follow to build a smash product every single time. The key to being successful with this is picking the right service niche. Have you noticed that sometimes when you look up a service near you, you'll get an aggregator? Probably because this is a very successful business model. Is it a surprise that most consumers don't like looking at a list of 200 vendors and trying to pick the best one? Starting your own aggregator is actually way easier than it sounds. Of course, the hardest part is actually picking the niche, but after that, there's a clear formulaic path to success that doesn't even involve using a Sharpie on glass. When you're picking a niche, think of your client's pain points or the most difficult points of entry to becoming, say, a photographer. If you're really good with a camera and not much else, it must be a pain in the ass to build a website, a portfolio, find clients, accept payments, take bookings, and that's why your aggregator is going to take care of all of that. But the biggest problem you're going to solve for your users is finding them clients. That's the hardest part of any business. Who are their customers? People getting married, people who need photo shoots for, their fancy restaurants. And while these customers care about quality, what do they truly care about? Their bottom line. That's why to the customer, your aggregator's main selling point is gonna be the price. Because once you onboard a ton of photographers in Seattle, what's stopping you from going the lowest of the low? Maybe your morals? I don't know. Say a going rate for photography at a wedding is $1,000. If we quoted a customer $300, they would definitely use us. Now, nearly every photographer is gonna say no to a $300 wedding, but once you have 1,000 users, hey, one of them is probably gonna say yes. All right, the next step. Where do I find all these happy-go-lucky photographers? Here's a TikTok I made that got our website 4,000 users for free. So every single weekend, I make $300 to $500 using nothing but my drone, Zillow, and a spreadsheet. And let me show you how. Then I upload all the photos I take to this website called acrefly.com. I mean, come on, bro. That thing took off and people started running to the site. Shit was gonna crash. The moral of the story is, now you're ready to corner your piece of the market with whatever industry you choose. Oh, one last thing though, and please don't leave a dislike on this video just for this. I run the finest design and development firm in all of Seattle. We'll build your amazing marketplace for $1,000. Maybe you don't want to focus on the development and you only want to focus on the marketing. Hell yeah, book your free 15-minute consult and start taking your slice of the pie.